My accounts are frozen. Number one. My accounts are so frozen. I'm so confused why my accounts are frozen. Like,
baddies, baddies, baddies. Today's topic taps into a major ongoing public conversation in South Africa about corruption in public procurement, the culture of baddies and influencers living lavish lifestyles, allegedly funded by politically connected officials, and questions of accountability. And the main question for me being, should these baddies face jail time or possibly turn state witness at a later stage? The arrest of Ekurhuleni city manager Kahiso Michael Lerutla on the 19th of April 2026, literally days ago as of the 21st of April 2026, has ignited exactly this debate, with widespread online claims linking him to influencers like Cyan Boujee, real name Zuma, Sitelo Shozi, and MaWhoo. When people say social media does not reflect reality, they are not saying it in vain. We've read about men of power and status fall because of women. In today's world, we see how corrupt men fall because of women and social media. In South Africa, when you eat in silence. Don't show the world that you're eating because you never know who's watching. What do you think of the latest scandals unearthed by the Special Investigating Unit regarding tender corruption?
my accounts are frozen. Number one. My accounts are so frozen. I'm so confused why my accounts are frozen. Like, all my accounts are frozen.
In a country where millions struggle to afford basic groceries, some live in 10 million rand mansions, drive V-Class Mercedes, post luxury halls, and casually complain about load shedding from inside Lamborghinis allegedly bought with the very money that was meant to keep the lights on. But when the men accused of controlling the purse get arrested for fraud and corruption, the internet explodes with one burning question. Were these baddies living off taxpayer money stolen through tenders? Today we examine two explosive cases, the arrest of an Ekurhuleni city manager and a 76.5 million rand Eskom tender scandal, and the influencers whose names have been dragged into the storm. Do the officials alone go to jail, or must the beneficiaries face justice too? Who are these baddies? South Africa has a visible and very online subculture of baddies. Young, attractive women, often in entertainment or influencing, whose extravagant lives spark intense public scrutiny whenever they are romantically or financially linked to powerful men in government or business. Zuma, better known as Cyan Boujee, is a South African DJ, influencer, and content creator with a massive following. She has openly showcased a high-end lifestyle, designer fashion, luxury vehicles, and most recently a 10 million rand mansion in Midstream Ridge estate. In videos posted in early April 2026, she described it as her own purchase. Then there's Leleti Nkosi, a popular TikTok and Instagram influencer known for showcasing an opulent lifestyle of designer fashion, travel, luxury cars, and high-end living. She's married to businessman Siyabonga. Her past posts, including complaints about load shedding and Eskom failures, have resurfaced with brutal irony in light of what the SIU would allege about where her family's wealth came from. Sitelo Shozi and MaWhoo, real name Thandeka Ngema, have also been drawn into the online conversation. For example, this isn't new. Similar speculation surrounded figures in past tender scandals like businessman Edwin Sodi's mansion in 2024, for example. But in April of 2026, the conversation didn't just intensify, it detonated, and two major cases lit the fuse. In one of the most viral recent SIU actions announced around the 21st of April 2026, The Special Investigating Unit secured a preservation order from the Special Tribunal granted by Judge Bernard Ngwepe to freeze assets worth 76.5 million rands linked to the businessman Siyabonga Moses Goodwill Nkosi. 17 immovable properties, mansions, penthouses, and land across Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, and Mpumalanga, and 7 luxury vehicles including Lamborghinis, Porsche Cayennes, and a Panamera. Nkosi is implicated personally and as trustee of entities including the Nkosi Royal Trust, the Sibonkuku Khanya Trust, and the Siyabonga Nkosi Trust.
Alright, let's talk about Nkosi's rides. Nkosi has 2 Lamborghini Urus Super SUVs which are 10 million rand, one costing 5 million rand. He has a Porsche Cayenne which is GTS which is 2.2 million rand. He has a Cayenne, another one for 2 million rand. He has a Cayenne Turbo GT, by the way, 4-liter V8, 0 to 100 in 3.3 seconds, which is 4.6 million rand. He has a Porsche Panamera GTS, which is 2 million rand. He has a Porsche Macan S, which is 1 million rand on Auto Trader. Well, that's used basically. A greedy total of 21.8 million rand in just cars. Some vehicles like the trending Jelly that was driven by his wife and the Brabus G-Wagon aren't even mentioned here. Let's pray for corruption in this country and let's pray for greed more especially in the black community. This is absolutely appalling.
These entities allegedly served as conduits for laundering funds derived from fraudulent procurement at Eskom. So what exactly is alleged? At Eskom's troubled Kusile and Matla power stations during the 2021 to 2023 period, officials allegedly colluded with Nkosi's companies to commit one of the most brazen markups in recent memory. Basic electrical relays and switches, market price between 180 and 450 each, were invoiced to Eskom at 50,000 rands each. That is an alleged markup of over 11,000%. This scheme generated roughly 73.65 million rands in direct losses to Eskom. Officials reportedly split purchase orders to remain under the 1 million procurement threshold, deliberately abusing informal procurement processes to bypass competitive tendering and avoid oversight scrutiny. The alleged results, funds that should have gone into reliable power infrastructure, were channeled into prime real estate and supercars. Now, Leleti Nkosi. No direct criminal charges against Leleti have been reported in the SIU action. She appears linked only through her marriage to Siyabonga and her high-profile lifestyle visibility on social media. Reports indicate she deleted many Instagram images depicting luxury after the freeze order was announced. The SIU's current focus remains on recovering assets and pursuing the nullification of tainted contracts, with the National Prosecuting Authority notified for potential criminal follow-up. But the public's reaction has been fierce, and the irony of an influencer complaining about load shedding while allegedly benefiting from the very schemes crippling Eskom has not been lost on anyone.
Because ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi nisenayo load shedding lapha eSouth Africa. Maye mina ngikho shame. Ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi kusayile yanto le yakudala noma sekwashintsha mhlawumbe.